Why do you feel like now people are finally starting to say, you know what, maybe things haven't been working the right way. Maybe there are some major changes our country can make. And what is it you would like to see happen over the next 4 years with President Trump, with RFK Jr., in these leadership roles to change America and make us healthy again?
Well, I think you had a couple of things come together like a perfect storm, right? We emerged from the pandemic, and no matter what side of the pandemic you were on, pro-vaccine, anti-vaccine, your life was touched by the pandemic. And I think it woke people up and they said, you know what, I need to take my healthcare choices into my own hands. We're at a crisis point in America. 77% of our military-aged men and women don't qualify for military service due to poor health. You've got 13% of our teens have fatty liver disease. We have the highest rates of childhood cancer in recorded history. We just have to get back to what God gave us, not what man makes us. Getting the poisons out of our food supply. I'm super excited about Bobby Kennedy and your father-in-law's union. I mean, people from polar opposite ends of the spectrum unifying over children and health and healing. And I just find it odd that anybody can be on the opposite side of that coin.
I think a lot of people have been under the impression that the way you cure a disease is to take a drug. But I think we're coming upon a time in our society where maybe we're going to hopefully phase a lot of that out. Do you feel like that is also part of the MAHA movement?
I think that's a huge part of the MAHA movement. When I interviewed Callie Means, one of the things that he said that always just sat with me was, there's nothing more profitable than a sick child. And as sad as that statistic is, it's a statement of fact, right? We're starting children earlier and earlier and earlier on the hamster wheel. So I think this whole MAHA movement is about getting to the root cause, getting physical education back in the public school system, getting the processed foods out of our children's diets, getting the highly inflammatory foods out of our children's diets. I mean, they deserve to thrive. And that's what I think really laid the perfect foundation for Bobby Kennedy to come in and really take control of a narrative that people are willing to hear.
President Trump has promised to restore the American dream in this country. A healthy person has 1,000 dreams. A sick person only has one. 60% of our population has only one dream, that they get better.
If you look at what he's really talking about and describe the MAHA movement, we're talking about getting poisons, herbicides, insecticides, pesticides, preservatives, things that our body doesn't recognize, that cause chemical reactions on our body that make us sicker. And so who's against getting those things out of the food supply? This is how you get a food pyramid that says that Lucky Charms is more nutritious than grass-fed steak.
It's crazy.